Alright, we are on Yukon Valley and setting up for a series I'm going to call Yukon Transport. Had to look at the map for a minute to make sure where I was going. I'm still not 100% sure. Alright. We've got some mud action going on there. That's cool. Right. Picking up some straw. Hey Kobe, what's going on? Excuse me. I'm on Yukon Valley and I'm setting up a series, I guess I'm going to be calling Yukon Transport. Got some real mud going on there. I think we got some right here also a little bit. So I've been looking at some way of doing like some random contracts. Other than just letting you know, if there's something we need to do, maybe haul something or whatever, something that we need to just come up with on the fly. There's an app I'm going to download. It's a randomizer. I'm hoping that we can pick some random numbers or something like that. And the numbers that we set for what vehicle we have to drive, maybe do a location that we have to sell crops at or something. And then a random amount that we have to sell. see if we can see if the tires go down in here. Yeah, tires going down in the mud. That's just cool. What's going on, David? Howdy. Hey, hey, hey. It's white blue. Alright. So let's see how much hay and grass we got going on. Productions. We're at 90,000, so we're gonna go ahead and pick this up. Getting low on solid fertilizer. So we got the animal farm is one that we're setting up. I'm not sure how much detail I'm going to put into it. And I've tried to do this to where we're not driving. It's a 16x map, but we're not going to be driving across the whole map. I kind of want the stuff spread out, but not horribly bad. Alright, I think contractors over here. I really want to play around with this mod right here. Straw, wheat, hay. We'll start with the hay. So I've edited a couple mods for this. Once we get this to the cow barn, then I'll show you what I've done edit wise. And I think it'll work across the board for whatever map I play on. I was going to do this on Rendezvous, but I had a couple issues with Rendezvous. I'm not sure if it's something I've done or if it was an update to the building pack. But some of the textures on the buildings on Rendezvous is not showing up, and then I also had an issue with one of the mods. Solid fertilizer was disappearing. And I went back and I tested it on both Rendezvous and other maps, and it seems to be working fine. But so I'm just going to use this map for the 100% challenge as well. But the way we're going to do it is going to be by transporting goods. and I'm trying to come up with rules for myself, as far as like how the gameplay is going to go. Um, so like the base game productions uh, can be ran as much as we want. Um, Not saying that we're going to use them, but if we want to, we can use the base game productions as much as we want. It's pretty cool. All right, so anybody that watches me enough knows that I use the complex a lot. So we have the complex set up, and I put down the palette complex, which is equal to the base game productions. I think. Um, but the biggest one that I worked on was this plant factory. It's called the Garden. It's the mod. Um, so with all of them running, I think if you only run one, it produces the stuff faster. But with all of them running, we're going to click on plant. You would think it says 1,200 cycles a month and that 1,000 liters of product is what you get. So if you ran this for, say, you start at 8 o'clock, you activate it, you sleep, you would think that you would get like 1.2 million, but that's not what happens. Oh, I still have it. Um, and it's on the map. I don't want it right now. I don't want that stuff. I'll take a sausage ball. Yeah, mm. But it doesn't. So I'm thinking that this is overall because it's been like two 2 days, maybe 3 days, and we only have 69,000 liters. So what I was going for is for this to produce. What's going on, Bison? Merry Christmas to you too, and thank you. I hope that you and your family have had a very Merry Christmas. That goes for everyone. So what I was shooting for was, um, I wanted to produce. If let's say we're doing plant, I want it to produce 50,000 liters a day with a max of 250,000. The reason for that is the supply and delivery contracts. That's 30,000, 94, 35. Oat is 88. I've never seen this be above 250,000 liters. So if we do a contract for, let's say, 220,000 liters, we go back to the production, it's roughly going to take 5 days. Or let's say we do pumpkin, it's roughly going to take 5 days for that to build back up to where we can do pumpkin again. So the the plant factory is only going to be used for contracts. I can't just randomly go pick up caffeine and go sell it to make money. So that's why I tried to edit this way. Now, once these are full and it stops running, I'm thinking that the 1200 cycles at 1,000 is going to kick in if you're only doing one product, and it's going to do it real fast. And I'm okay with that. But I want to get this up to 250,000. So sugarcane, dry alfalfa, windrow, river Sam. The supply and transport contracts, let me see, garden, um, crop production, iron ore, whiskey, um, slaughterhouse, complex pallets are for contracts only. Um, wood production, crude oil refinery, greenhouse. So I've been taking notes like how I want to run this, and I'm going to try and do it that way. All right, so we need to go get silage. Mm. But the garden and the complex, those are for contracts only, is what I was getting at. The the base game, um, like let's say the oil factory. If we want to make canola oil, we can do that as much as we want for the base game and the what do you call it? The expansion. Um, but there'll be some stuff like the crude oil. We can only do one delivery, uh, one load a day. Um, oil refinery, I think I did that one. The oil refinery is going to be limited to the crude oil production. So with crude oil, we can only make one delivery a day. So the oil refinery has to operate off of that one delivery per day. That kind of stuff. We're going to put a greenhouse down. The greenhouse can be ran freely, like as much as however you want to run it. It can run as much as you want. That's a base game. It's considered a base game production. So now I'm probably going to use a mod for that. So, but we're still gonna the green. I just put down the greenhouse can be ran freely. But this mod right here, I want to play with this mod. And do start. We need silence. And then like right now, I'm only running the productions enough to do the pig feed and cow, you know, get the cow barn full. And that's gonna take, it'll take several days of gameplay for that to happen. And that crop production that we just picked the silage up, that's gonna be, it's limited. Limited to contracts and fill-in productions. I can't just go pick up a load and go sell it for no reason. Oh, you asked about the silo. That's going to be on the map that I'm making to get it to work the way that I want. So yeah, it's part of the gameplay. I'm not going to be harvesting fields. I'm not going to be mowing grass. This is a transport gameplay. So I'm trying to make it, you know, we're not going to be doing contracts for harvesting fields or doing fertilizing or anything like that. It's solely based on driving a truck, using a train, or using a boat. So I'm coming up, I'm going to use a random generator, a randomizer, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to randomly pick what vehicle we have to use, and what we have to do. You know, like one of the trailers that I like only holds 40,000 liters. So if we have to transport, say, 200,000 liters of oats, then it's going to take 5 trips. So that kind of thing. And I'm trying to keep it to where I'm not driving all the way across a 16x map. Yeah, I'm trying to put some thought into this. I don't want it to just be a random, oh, I'm going to go play and without, you know, just shoot from the hip. But I don't think that's doing good for me. You know, I stream so my friends can watch, but I want to have some thought behind it, you know, and do some decent content. All right, so this is like where our home office is going to be, right? We're going to have more trucks than what you see here. Um, and they're going to be different size trucks. Need to fix that. The tanker and the big orange truck, they're only on the map so I can set stuff up. They both hold 1,000,000 liters. I'm not going to be using those as part of the delivering, but like when I was getting the kind of behind the scenes kind of stuff, um, I feel like I'm talking over the noise of that truck. I don't know if my gain volume's gotten cranked up or not, but if we go up here, right? So these hold 4 million, 4 million, 7 million, 5 million. So just to make it easier for me to set up, I was using a truck that holds 1,000,000 liters, right? And that's all I was doing. I edited the tanker and the Omatana's water pack to where the water was super slow. So I sped it up to where um, the water, basically about if I'm using a vehicle that holds 250,000 liters, it basically takes 10 seconds for it to fill up. So you're waiting for just a short amount of time, but it's not instant. So yeah, that's fine. Thank you, babe. Um, but the big silo I'm working on, it's gonna have to be on a map because not only is it gonna be a production, but it's also gonna be a silo. So I think to get it to work the way I want, it's gonna be several different productions in one building. I'm not sure that I'll be able to do it as a mod. Um, so this is our main building. You've already seen the where the cows and the pigs are going to be at. Um, so I'm going to show you. We'll go back over to the crop production. The contractor is what I'm calling it. So at this point right here, we're close to where the boat is and also the train, or one of the main trains. So this is um, the contractors. We're gonna put building out here. I'd like to do something different with that production. I think it would look better if it had a silo, and um, I may do a couple versions of it. One to load into a train, you know, because like right here we are close to railroad tracks. So if we could put the silo over here and it be that production, we could pick up the stuff with a train as well. So, you know, maybe clear out those trees right there and put a facility right there. Alright, so if we come down that road and we go this way, we have our other trains. I still want to work out being able to do the passengers, which is why we have the passenger car on there. And then this train is going to be used solely for crude oil. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 cars on it, and then we put the passenger car on there, and it's kind of weird because the wheels don't line up like they do on that one. I've thought about taking a stab at it to try and fix that, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to. So we have a passenger car, we've got 2 train wagons, we've got a grain wagon, I guess. We've got 1 tanker, and then 2 flatbeds. So a little playing around with getting the cars. I can make a train as long as I want to now, I think. If we put more than 1 engine on it, we're not going to be able to enter the train, but if I wanted to do that, I could. Haven't figured out how to enter the train if it's got more than 1 engine. So there's the 1 silo that I edited to use for the train. It needs to be moved a little bit, but that's alright. And then we've got Omatana's silo that we can pull up and unload the crude oil. So the train can come up, we can do a boat on one side and a train on the other. Eating some eggs while I'm at it. I'd like to do the other silo. We'll go ahead and unload this crude oil. And I didn't edit that. I think that's what the mod is. I'd like to have this to where we can pull up here and there's like a pipe coming off of it to load, you know, just to where we only have 1 silo out here. That's what I'd like to do. Whether I get to that point or not, we'll see. getting into collision areas here. Um, I'm going to put another silo. So we have this for the crude oil, right? Um, the production rate on this is crazy, but I want to edit it to where it's more realistic. And even realistically, there's a lot. Um, a big oil rig can produce a lot of crude oil in one day. So we may have it like a smaller oil rig, but they actually pump a lot. So if we go to the other boat, um, see if I can get it turned. Nope. I had a crazy idea of being able to pull a train up, right? Like on a bridge, and have it dump straight into a boat. Um, so we got the lighthouse. I think there's a spot over here that we can put another silo. Somewhere around here. I know there's one, and it's not far away. Yeah, there's one right up here. Let's see. So here's the train tracks. I think it would be cool to be able to pull a boat or a train up there and just mimic, dump it straight into a boat. I think that'd be cool. Huh? Yep. Um, I think in Linda is who made that. Yeah, so if we could make something like this and it be a sell point, I think that'd be cool. Yeah. So I've only got like 500 liters in here, but um, anyway, that's where I'm at. I don't want to go crazy driving, you know, to where it takes 10 minutes to go across the map or something like that. but I want it to be fun. So for the most part, we're only going to be using these two trains, and we're not really going to be using that one and this one. Those three trains are, let's see, this one, and then these two. Um, so the train ride for this tanker may end up being the longest train ride. Um, I think it would be cool to have one contract to where it fills up all 8 cars. But anyway, do you mind it being on there? Okay. So that's where we're at. Um, Straw, we got 200,000 liters of straw now, so we can go pick up some more straw. Um, Silage is 8,000. Yeah, so we'll go pick up some more straw because I know we need a lot of it. And even with setting up the game, I don't want it. I want it to be work involved. Like I don't want to just use F12 and fill up 1,000,000 liters and go dump it. I want it to be where I'm actually, driving around doing it. And it gives me an opportunity to kind of get a feel for the map, where I might want to put different productions down. Um, excuse me. I'm not going to go crazy like I did with Meadow Springs and put down 100 productions. Um, I don't know how many we'll end up putting down, but I just don't want to be. I don't want to go crazy with it. And I went the wrong way. You're part of the family, babe. Now I like easy development controls. Don't get me wrong. Um, there's times where I use it, and I will continue to use it, but just not. I don't want to. Um, I don't want to just take advantage of it with this. There's a lot of times I take advantage of it, and I enjoy using it. Don't get me. I I love that mod. What's not to love about it? But and I enjoy realizing, hey, you went the wrong way, you fool. I'm good right now. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll use it to fly around the map. Um, I am going to use it probably, and I'll just do this. I'll just tell you this right now. I'm probably going to use it to spawn logs. Um, I'm not sure if I cut logs If I cut trees down, I'm not gonna do it on the stream. I promise you that. But I may do it like to set up, you know, to have some logs laying there for us to go pick up, kind of thing. Um, I haven't decided how I'm gonna do the logs, but there will be some wood production. Um, you know, bowls or spindles or, you know, whatever. There's going to be some of the productions from the um, expansion. This is too good of a map and too many trees not to have that. I went the wrong way. We're going to have fertilizing production, which is why I'm going to have pigs and cows on here. What's going on, Empty Pockets? The fertilize just give me a heart attack back here, making all kinds of racket. Well, you make noises like that, and I think that you passed out or something. What was I saying? The fertilizer production. We can only use the slurry, you know, the manure and the slurry from the animals to run that. I use it for experiments mostly. The delete object. Oh, I love the delete objects. If I'm clearing out land or, you know, like trees in between fields or something like that, a lot of times I use the T-Rex, but I'll use the delete objects. I started another game save on Meadow Springs, where I was building a new town, and I deleted that damn game save by accident. I could probably go back in and reload it, you know, like backup game save. But I don't know. I've come up with the idea for this one, and I'm gonna stick with this for a while. And I'm thinking, and it's why I'm sitting at $1.4 million right now. I'm thinking that I want to have everything in place before I actually start, like episode 1. Buddy, old pal, old friend of mine. Yeah, removing the stumps is the best thing about, to me, is the best thing about it. Because, like, you know, I use auto load trailers for the for the logs when after I cut them. All right. Sometimes when you're driving through where you've cut down the trees, you get hung up on tree stumps, or the T-Rex will get hung up on a tree stump. You know, whatever the case may be. Usually it's a truck that gets hung up, and I'm like, just hit the delete stumps and it's gone, and I can drive on. I love it. And we're still going to have to place down some buildings and buy some vehicles, so um, I'm probably going to use F12 to put some money in the game to do that, but only because, you know, getting it set up. All right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what's probably going to be the longest drive, other than the train. We're going to take some water over there. We got to go to the complex. Can't get water there. Yeah. All right. So while I have some of y'all in here, okay, I have a question that I need answered. A couple questions. I've been waiting until after the holidays. I said I'm not going to do it till after the holidays. I'm going to build a PC. I'm going to, like Bruce, I'm going to attempt to build a PC. It's been in the back of my mind for some time. I know I want to go with either a Ryzen 9 or an i9, and the price-wise for the graphics card, I'm going to go with the 3060 Ti, right? What, as far as the CPU, that's the same thing as like the Ryzen 9. That's going to be the CPU. That's the processor, right? Shit, I'm going the wrong way. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm going the wrong way. Oh, that's cool, baby. So that's my first question. Is the processor the CPU? Okay. So if I'm looking, let's say I go to Amazon or I go to Newegg, whatever, and there's different numbers involved, right? What do I need to look at? Like, how do I know what's the better CPU? Or what do I need to look for when I'm picking out a CPU? All right, y'all hold on. I gotta look at the map. All right, so we're right there. Okay, so that brings up another question, right? Um, yeah, I'm going the right way. I had to pass the train. So somebody told me about a website, um, part, I think it's called partpicker.com or Newegg. Um, can I go on there and be like, okay, I'm going to use um, a Ryzen 9, we'll just say 7500, right? Will it? Will one of those sites give me a list of what motherboards will work with that CPU? Crap. I'm gonna have to put some sign down so I know where I'm going. More cores and threads is desirable. Like 6 core with and 12 threads versus 8 cores with 16 threads. So would is it the more cores and threads, the better the CPU? There's got to be something out here. Okay. I want to say I put something out here. I'm kind of thinking maybe I went to the wrong spot. I see a building, but is it my building? Alright, so this is the complexes. Alright. Alright, so we got that. That's probably the worst drive that we're gonna have. Core and threads process the info. The frequency is the speed it pushes it through at. Okay. But that's not where I wanted to go. That's not where we're taking the water. So this I think is going to be the longest drive that we have. We'll see. Okay. All right. So my next question. Somebody mentioned that Ryzen works better with AMD. So should I look for getting a different graphics card other than the 3060 Ti, or is a Ryzen 9 going to work good with the 3060? Radiant, okay. Because to me personally, I don't know enough about it to be like, I want a Ryzen 9 or I want a i9, right? I just know that I have a 7. I have a Ryzen 7 right now. And uh it's a 3060 Asus GeForce RTX. That's all I know about my graphics card. Okay. Um but I do know that I want to use a 3060 Ti or something as good or better than that. Yeah. Y'all hold on, I gotta take my medicine. Please and thank you. Thank you, babe. Other than the complex, right? The other stuff is pretty close, I think. All right, now I have to think about this one. I want to say I keep going straight. Yeah, so the road splits off of this. If you out a NVIDIA GP you into a Ryzen system, it should work fine. I too have heard that matching parts just talk better to each other. Okay. Yeah, that area right there is going to be one of the first places I try and buy because of the productions. So this right here might be the longest drive. Yeah, I think we have to go this way. Yeah. So this brings us to the garden. I don't need water here. Dang it. But anyway, I wanted to show y'all that that's what we're working with right now. And I don't want the drive time. I don't want it to be any longer than what this is. But what I've done, if we look at the map, so we're right there by field 7, 8, and 9. Okay. So far, I have the garden is over here by 23, 24, and 25. All right, and we own that piece of land. So we're in the 15 block as far as our headquarters. So we've come out here to where these fields are. We've come down here to where these fields are. We have the animals. Animals are right there, right? So we're down. We've got the complexes down here. 27. That is where the crop production is, and then that's limestone. I'd like to put something up here at 30, 31, and then I'd like to put something up here at 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're kind of in the middle of all that. So the longest drive is going to be either to right there or down here, and maybe up here. So stuff down here in this corner, I'm not going to mess with. I'm not going to mess with the mining. Um, there's plenty of forestry in here where we can cut and do, the woodworking mods or whatever. um, the carpentry mods, however you want to look at it. So that's kind of what my thought is behind this. Right now we have the house triggers right there. I'm going to end up moving that. I may leave it there, but I want a different house. I know that. Um, I'd like to actually, at the beginning of the stream, it's like you're waking up, like, okay, I got to go to work, and then drive up here to where the vehicles are. Kind of do it like a role playing, I don't know, not really, but kind of sort of. And then at the end of the day, you know, we go home. No, that can stay up. That, yeah. At most, I'm going to stream for like another hour, and then no, you're fine. Um, yeah, then I'm gonna get out here and get some sleep. But I wanted to work on this some. So, who needs water? We have water. Um, we could take it to the crop production, the contractors. And part of the way I look at this is that, oh, I just missed that pole. You know, whether I'm driving a truck delivering water or whatever, to me it's not much different than driving a tractor up and down the field, right? We're providing a service for. I need to put signs out. Slow down, you're about to turn. Alright, I'm gonna sleep right here for. It's getting dark. That's kind of what I go by, is when it starts getting dark, is when I sleep. I don't pay attention to the time. Like, oh, I'm not gonna sleep till 9 o'clock, so I have to work in the dark. Um, but that's just me. actually, we're about out of something. Where's the production at? Or we're not out, but we need solid fertilizer. So we're gonna we're gonna change trucks real quick. We got to get the product. No, I haven't. I haven't built anything lately. I haven't bought anything lately. The past few months, our extra money has gone. We had to. Well, we didn't have to, but we bought another car, a little Mini Cooper. Um, the last few months has been concentrating on Christmas. So there's three things on my list of what I want to get for myself. And there's a couple things I'd like to get for Sandy, furniture in the house. So that's what we're going to concentrate on the next couple months. Um, and we want to hurry up and get the Mini Cooper paid for. We don't want to. We want to knock out that bill quick. I keep wanting to turn there, but it's not where I'm supposed to turn. Well, it is, but I just turned the wrong way. Damn it. I'm getting confused. There are some cool. Uh, have you seen the stuff that's coming out like in January and March? There's some stuff coming out that we want to get. Ooh, Mouse is playing on West End. I had West End on FS19, but it was too big of a map for the system I was playing on. I wonder how it would do now in FS22. West End is a pretty cool map, I thought. Alright, now that should be in the green. So what I'm trying to do is keep these right here in the green. Um, we'll never, I mean, that'll survive, that'll last for a while. But when I see one of those in the red, I like to go ahead and take care of it. Yeah, yesterday I watched Brixie. He did a video on some of the stuff, the video said it was going to be everything, but he didn't look at all of it. Um, and I noticed that there was somebody else that did a video. Um, Somebody else did a video on stuff that was going to be coming out. So, all right, we're going to get a couple trucks. Um, I kind of want to. That would be like a. We could do a transfer truck trailer. Um, I'm not sure what we're going to use with that one yet. I might play around with that off stream. Um, do I still have that one? Main color. $240 or $230. Wheel setup. We're gonna go with that. Design 375. Let's do the 55, 57. That looks pretty cool. So this is going to be 60,000 liters. No, I'm not talking speed champion specifically. Um, I'm talking just in general. Um, there's crap. There's a couple. Uh, the buildings. I can't remember modular buildings. There's one that I saw coming out that I thought was pretty cool. Um, I can't remember the name of it though. Um, I just wonder if we should do a production like hauling rock or something. I kind of want to do this just because of it being a Volvo. Um, 700 horsepower. I'm not worried about the wheel. The wheels actually look like stock wheels to me. Yeah, I think it's the Jazz Club. I think that's what it is. Um, Dump tailgate. Let's put the tailgate on there. Rear speed limit display. What does that do? 50. Front work light position below bar, above bar. Let's put it above it. Optional work lights. Both. Both. The bed. Cabin. Let's do both. Capacity. So that's 100,000 liters. So that'll be okay. I want so part of what I'm doing here is I want there to be different capacities because we're randomly gonna have to. It's random. We're randomly gonna select what vehicle we have to use. Um, I think the Volvo would look good. We're gonna use the 3 wheels, and we're gonna make it the Boatman. Um, Design color, plastic, black. We'll do black. The grill color, I'm fine. Let's see, chrome. Yeah, we'll make it black. Why not? So I think this truck will look good. With this trailer. And this is 40,000 liters, so um, we don't have boatmen, do we? Let's do pearl white. I may be like, ooh, that's ugly, but we'll try it. So the 6 axles may be overkill, but I don't want to see how it looks. I think it looks good. I think the other one is in cars. 10,000 liters. That's gonna suck if we have to do 250,000 liters with that. All right, I know what. How much money do we have? Um, Trucks. I just came up with an idea for that one truck. Um, excuse me. Steel drop deck or renown. So we're gonna do the steel drop deck with this one. Now let's see what else we got. Um, hey, will you give me some orange juice? Mm, she fell asleep. Okay. What else? Mac grain hauling pack. How much does that go? 20.4. I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to go that low. Because I've already got the one truck. So that's Bex. I remember when the game was coming out, I was really looking forward to this one. Just so y'all know, I'm not a Ford fan, but I kind of like this. Alright, so we'll put these two down here. Yeah. Alright, I'll play your silly game. Yeah, I think it looks alright. That's a lower. All right. I kind of want to do a different type of trailer. That's gonna be forage. Yeah, it was the same way it was last year. Like, people just don't understand, I guess. I like the underbelly also. We could do 80,000 on that one. Um, ooh, that made it white. That way the little gecko and the thing match. Um, we'll buy that one. Single tank. All right, so that'll be 110 if we do the single tank. There's too many mods. Yeah, what's his name? Looney. Give Looney 100 mods and see what he has to say. I bet you he's enjoying the break. All right. Yes. All right. I like Volvos and I like cab overs. New or old? New or old? Did download a EXP22 W900 custom version 2.0 truck. It's a very nice truck. Cool. We got a Peterbilt 389. I think this is the one that I don't like. Ooh, flatbed. Okay. Yeah, a car hauler would look good with that one truck I got. I think that looks all right. Ooh, we could paint it like that. We'll try it. The color is mismatched, but that's okay. Sounds good. Well, I thought it did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 trucks there. We have 105,000. So, um, is it animal transport? That's the one that does 200 pigs. $800. Why not? All right. Um, tankers. I want to do one of those just to see how it looks. 70,000 would be a good variation. We got a couple of them that's close, but I want to. I think this one would be good also. 30,000 liters. Kind of want to try that one. I've never used this trailer before. 54,000. Okay. Hold it, dang pedal. All right, it's 9:43. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette and just relax for a minute, and then probably end the stream. Let's look at productions. Um, so the crude oil refinery, I think, is gonna make propane and diesel. Yeah, propane and diesel. I kind of want to do this one. If that could be put on a track, mm, crude oil refinery. What does that make? Diesel, tar, and propane? Alright, so, oh, we got to park this one. We may end up using this as a personal truck. I would hate to think that we would have to do 250,000 liters using that truck. Alright. While we're sitting here, we need to take a train ride. So this is going to be the one, the big tanker truck. So I think it would be the crude oil refinery. I think this would be a good, because we can put it down on the train. So we're down there. I kind of like to see what it's like up here. The only bad thing about going up, well, there is a road right there. Somewhere over here, there's a road that is covered with dirt, like a mudslide. If we rent the train up there, we don't rent. Well, we've already rented it, but I'd kind of like to see what's right in there. And I have to check and make sure. Um, I may have to edit that refinery. Um, I feel like it needs to be able to hold all, like a full trainload of wool, which would be about 2.4 million. I'm yawning pretty good, so. All right, so we're right there. We need to go across the river. I'm kind of thinking right in here. If we did it like that. Okay, I think that's what we're gonna do. So we'll probably save that for the next stream. Um, keep letting my cigarette go out. We'll leave the train there so we know where to put the crude on. We'll have to terraform around that or landscape, whatever. Let's do this. Um, landscape, paint. there. Run up to here and drop down. How hard would it be to get a truck up there? Or we could use the train and transport the tar, diesel, or whatever. Pick it up at the silo. It's got one tanker. This one's got two tankers on it. Yeah. Let's look at the map on that one. I think that'd be a long train ride also. If we could put the crude oil refinery right there. I think that spot. What about over here? It'd be a long trip to take with the boat. What if we did it right in there? So we have an oil refinery right here, right? Right there. But we can't use a boat. If I take that mod and set it right here, we set it right there, we could load it with edit it and load it with a boat. Then we could just pick up with teleport, not hard at all. I hear you. Um, we could take and put a what was I gonna say? We could back the train up, like pick it up with the train. Let's say we're doing propane. We pick up propane and we back up to the silo, and then we could load a truck if we had to do it that way. Dang it. What's going on, Eric? Welcome to the end. um, because one thing that I really don't want to do is be driving all the way around the map. I'm thinking like right here. Let's back up a little bit. If we did it like that, then we can make the sell point out here, or we could do a trigger out here, and be able to pull up with a boat, load it. That's gonna put it right smack dab in the road. Hmm. I'll have to give that some thought. Otherwise, we just put it in the other spot and we deal with it. I'll give that some thought. All right, so I want to thank everybody. Eric just came in, so let me. Um, this is what I'm working on, Eric. Anybody else that may come in and watch this later on. We're doing a transport company. We're not going to be harvesting fields, not going to be plowing, fertilizing, cultivating, none of that. Um, I want to run productions, and as far as like the wheat and grain and stuff like that, we're using a crop production. It's kind of like a contractor um, to be getting the crops. This is going to be a gameplay about transporting the products. Um, there's some stipulations with some of the productions that I plan on putting down. Um, I may have to get my reading glasses, but the garden. I wanted the garden to produce roughly 25,000 liters of each crop per day and hold a maximum of 250,000 liters. That way we can do the supply and deliver contracts, and then it'll take, which I'm not sure about this. If there's only one production running, I think it'll go real quick, but it may take up to 5 days for the product to be made. Um, I'm just not sure about that. So that's for the garden. And contracts only. Um, the fertilizer production is going to be supplied by the pigs, and it can be sold freely. That's going to be probably one of our main sources to buy on the map. Um, the crop production can only be used for contracts or to fill a production. Um, we're going to have iron ore on the map. One load a day, and it needs diesel, so we have to put down a crude oil production. Um, the whiskey, we can only do one load a day. Um, the slaughterhouse, we can only do one load a day. Um, complex pallets are for contracts only. Wood production, a max of 2 loads of logs in per day, and one load out of one load each of production out. So if we're running a production and it makes 3 different products, right? So we could do one load of each of those products. The crude oil, a max of one load per day, which is, if we use a train, it could be up to 2.4 million liters, but I guess that's going to be limited to what the boat will hold. The oil refinery is going to be limited to what the crude oil production. So we can only do one load of crude oil. So whatever that will produce in a day is what we can sell or run, whatever. And I've got all this written down. I can't make it. My handwriting sucks. Greenhouse. When we put a greenhouse down, we can run it freely. They don't produce a crazy amount of product anyway. So any of the base game and the expansion, which, wait a minute, that would be wood. wood production. So the base game, we're all right. So wood production, we're gonna leave it like it is. But the base game, like if you're gonna make canola oil, the base game plants can be ran freely. So I don't think they produce a crazy amount either. So um, yeah, the base game productions. Uh, and I'm gonna say even if we use a mod, if it's a base game like turning milk into cheese or doing sugar, whatever, those products can be ran freely, but they have to be separate from the complex. So this is going to be totally about just transporting the products. That's it. Um, so what we have in place so far, let's see here, Misty Meadow Farm. We have the two complexes. This one does the pallets, and this one does whatever you need for your farm. It'll make manure, it'll make fertilizer, silage, hay. Um, I think it does TMR, pig feed, whatever. Um, so that's what we have in place, and it's down here on by these fields. Our shop is in the kind of like the middle of the map. All right. So the next thing we have is the garden. Right. So everything that it can produce is running. That's going to be a maximum of 250,000 liters because I haven't seen the supply and deliver contracts go over 250,000. I've seen like I think 240 is the max I've seen. So we got the complexes down here, the gardens right there, the crop production is over here. Um, one, two, three, and then out in the water we have an oil derrick, and we've got silos in place for that stuff. Two silos right there that we're using. Um, the boat. I might try and edit a some sell points to go on the water. I'm not sure. We are going to have some sell points on the train. I know that. Um, but it's going to be about transporting either with the truck and trailer, the boat, or the train. So that's pretty much it. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Um, I've enjoyed setting this up so far. Still have a bunch to do. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Um, we actually have a purpose behind this, and it's not just gonna be some random plan. So, um, remember, life's too short for bad beer. It's also too short not to have fun. And tell your loved ones that you love them before it's too late. I want to say happy holidays to everybody. Hope you've had a great Christmas and New Year's coming up next week. Well, it'll be next year too. But yeah, happy holidays. And I hope you guys have seen something that will intrigue you enough to come back and see how we do with this. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Graham. I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate you coming in. Um, you, David, Eric, um, bum, bum, bum. Empty Pockets was in here. Thank you so much. Kobe Gaming was the first one in. Um, so thank each and every one of you. Whether you're first, last, or somewhere in between, it doesn't matter. All I ask is that you just be a friend and come and hang out with me. That's it. Um, you ain't got to subscribe. I'm not going to ask you for money. Nothing. Just come in here and hang out with me and have a good time. And I appreciate you guys doing that. So, yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to go get me some sleep. You might see me on again later. You might not. I don't know. I don't have a schedule. I just play when I want to. Play so my friends can watch. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. You guys, I really hope y'all have a wonderful day. And if I'm awake at 4 o'clock, hopefully I will be. I'll see you in Bruce's stream if he streams today.